Join me as I try to predict what Deadpool and Wolverine will say to each other in this epic after-credits scene. Deadpool and Wolverine, two of the most iconic and beloved characters in the Marvel Universe, finally meeting in an after-credits scene. Can you imagine the fireworks? The Merc with a mouth and the mutant with a healing factor coming together in a clash of styles, personalities, and heroic duties. It's a match made in heaven, or hell, depending on how you look at it. But what would this meeting even look like? Would Deadpool's constant breaking of the fourth wall and irreverent humor mesh with Wolverine's gruff, no-nonsense attitude? Would these two alpha males clash or find common ground? The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly what makes this scenario so intriguing. One thing's for sure, though, their meeting would be a wild ride, full of banter, action, and probably more than a few surprises. And that's exactly what we're going to explore today, so buckle up, folks. When you bring together two characters as dynamic and complex as Deadpool and Wolverine, you can bet your bottom dollar that things are going to get messy. Deadpool's penchant for chaos and destruction would undoubtedly clash with Wolverine's more measured approach to heroism. And what about their vastly different moral compasses? Deadpool's willingness to push the boundaries of what's acceptable would certainly raise an eyebrow or two from the more straight-laced Wolverine. Moreover, both characters have such distinct, larger-than-life personalities that it's hard to imagine them not butting heads at some point. Deadpool's constant joking and wisecracking would likely rub Wolverine the wrong way, especially if he's having a bad day. And can you imagine Wolverine's signature berserker rage being triggered by Deadpool's antics? It's a recipe for disaster, or at the very least, some seriously entertaining conflict. But despite their differences, both characters do share a certain, let's call it, a flexibility when it comes to moral boundaries. Deadpool's willing to do whatever it takes to get the job done, and Wolverine's been known to bend the rules when the situation calls for it. Perhaps, just perhaps, they might find common ground in their willingness to take risks and push the envelope. Of course, this being the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there are also the larger implications to consider. How would their meeting affect the larger Marvel narrative? Would it pave the way for future team-ups, or would it create more problems than it solves? And what about the other heroes in the MCU? How would they react to this unlikely pairing? One thing's for sure, though, a meeting between Deadpool and Wolverine would be a game-changer for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It would be a bold, daring move that would shake things up and open up new possibilities for storytelling and character development. And let's be real, who wouldn't want to see these two larger-than-life personalities clashing in a battle of wits, fists, and, of course, swords? From their complicated past to their uncertain futures, we're going to dive deep into the world of Deadpool and Wolverine, exploring their relationships with other heroes, their individual struggles, and what makes them tick. Buckle up, folks, because this is going to be a wild ride. For Deadpool, it's all about the chaos and anarchy, pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable and having a blast while doing it. But beneath the surface, there's a deep sense of insecurity, a need for validation and a fear of being abandoned. It's a complex web of emotions that drives him to be the best, most irreverent hero he can be. Wolverine, on the other hand, is a product of his troubled past, forged in the fires of the Canadian wilderness and tempered by his experiences as a soldier, a mutant, and an outcast. His healing factor has made him nearly indestructible, but it's also left him with a deep sense of isolation, as if he's always on the outside looking in. Despite their differences, both characters have been drawn to the concept of family, whether it's Deadpool's makeshift crew of misfits or Wolverine's various teams and alliances. Perhaps, just perhaps, their meeting could be the start of something new, something that would bring them closer together and forge a bond between these two troubled heroes. And then, of course, there's the matter of their interactions with other heroes. Deadpool's constant needling of the Avengers, his on-again, off-again friendship with Spider-Man, and his general disdain for authority figures would undoubtedly lead to some interesting conflicts. Wolverine, on the other hand, has a long history of working with the X-Men and other mutant teams, but his more recent involvement with the Avengers has opened up new possibilities for cooperation and conflict. In a world where the boundaries between heroes and villains are constantly blurring, where allegiances are shifting, and where the stakes are higher than ever, a meeting between Deadpool and Wolverine would be a powder keg waiting to be ignited. It would be a clash of styles, a battle of wits, and a war of personalities, with the fate of the Marvel Cinematic Universe hanging precariously in the balance. So what would this pivotal scene look like? Would Deadpool burst into the room, guns blazing, ready to take on the next big threat? Or would Wolverine saunter in, eyes narrow, ready to take down the competition? The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly what makes this scenario so electrifying. As the two of them stand face to face, the tension is palpable. Deadpool's cracking jokes, Wolverine's growling threats, and the air is electric with anticipation. This is it, the moment of truth. What will they say to each other? How will they react? The world is holding its breath, waiting to find out. You know, Logan, I've heard a lot about you, Deadpool says, a mischievous glint in his eye. You're just as grumpy as I imagined. Wolverine's face darkens, his eyes flashing with anger. You're a joke, Deadpool. A menace, a plague on the entire superhero community. Oh, come on, Logan, Deadpool says, rolling his eyes. I'm just trying to have a little fun. You know, kick back, relax, maybe blow a few things up. Wolverine snorts in disgust. You're not a hero, Deadpool. You're a clown, a sideshow attraction. And I'm not going to let you near me. The banter continues, each one trading barbs and insults, their words hanging in the air like daggers. It's a dance, a delicate balance of give and take, each one probing the other's defenses, searching for that one weak spot. But beneath the surface, there's something more. A sense of respect, maybe even a glimmer of admiration. These two, they're not so different after all. Both outcasts, both misunderstood, both fighting against the odds to make a difference. As the scene fades to black, we're left wondering what's next. Will they part ways, their differences too great to overcome? Or will they find common ground, forge a bond that would change the course of the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever? The possibilities are endless, and that's exactly what makes this scenario so exciting. So what does this meeting between Deadpool and Wolverine mean for fans in the Marvel franchise moving forward? It means possibilities, endless possibilities. It means new alliances, new conflicts, and new stories waiting to be told. It means we get to explore the complexities of these two beloved characters in a way we never thought possible. We get to see them clash, we get to see them come together, and we get to see them change the world. So what do you think, guys? Are you excited about the prospect of a Deadpool and Wolverine movie? Do you think these two could work together, or would they tear each other apart? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to check out my other videos for more Marvel content.